Why is there poverty and suffering in the world? I think anywhere that there is ignorance, there will be suffering. Anywhere that there is a lack of knowledge of self, there will be suffering. There will be poverty. There will be darkness. There will be chaos. Anywhere that there is ignorance. And because this world is made of ignorance. This world is an illusion, so it is made of ignorance. It is made of a sort of magical force in which causes us to think that it is a reality, you know? And so this world will always, in a sense, have some suffering because we are surrounded by ignorance, and thus suffering is inevitable. Poverty, not so much, but suffering is inevitable. And to remove all suffering, we must come to the realization of what we are. And to remove all suffering, we must come to the realization of what this experience is. So my phone died. But the poverty and the suffering here has its place to let us know that we are not to spend eternity here, that we are not to cling to this realm of existence, that we are not to lay our treasures upon earth, that we are not to attempt to dwell here eternally. You know, that we not get too attached to this form, to this existence, because it is a cause of great suffering. It is a cause of great emotional and psychological poverty, which leads to physical poverty. You know? So suffering will always be here. Chaos will always be here because, you know, those are relative things, you know, poverty and abundance. Suffering and healing, even if you will. Those are all dualities. And we are, in essence, we are beyond that duality, and life is always pushing us to go beyond those dualities so that we can go beyond this world, you know? And of course the suffering and the poverty, it is all very heartbreaking and heart-wrenching. And the only way to solve it is to bring wisdom into people, bring light into people, help them liberate themselves from this world of existence, this world of suffering, this world of sorrow, because that is what this world, it may sound harsh, you know, it may sound harsh, but this world is made of those things, made of relatives and duality. So we will always have the clashing of good and evil. We will always have the clashing of poverty and riches and wealth and abundance. We will always have that. There will never be heaven on earth, because earth is not meant to be heaven. We are here for ascension. This is only one step. This is only one school in the vast journey of life. So if we try to make it home, it will become hell. If we try to make it home, it will become hell. But if we live here and live freely, it will be heaven. Because we'll know we're just passing through. We're just passing through. We're just here to learn what we are to learn. And once we learn, we are called beyond this realm of existence, you know? So we are here to learn our lessons and pass through this school of life and on to the next school of life, whatever dimension, whatever realm, in creation or beyond creation that we may go afterward. But the poverty, the suffering is so very necessary to get us to the core of what we are, to keep us questioning, to keep us inquiring, you know, to help us remember, as Empress has stated, to kind of just wake us up, you know, because we are sleeping in ignorance. We are slumbering in ignorance. because we have forgotten the nature of our souls. We have truly forgotten the God in which we are. You know, we have forgotten our nature, and we are that. You know, so in this journey of life, as Ram Dass has said, we are just walking each other home. We are just walking each other home. And if everything was all sweet, and if everything was cookies and cream, we wouldn't want to leave. You know, anywhere that we find pleasure, we find attachment. But when we start to suffer, when we start to become uncomfortable, that is when we grow. That is when we evolve. You have never grown in your comfort zone. You have never grown when things were absolutely peaches and cream. You only have grown when things were chaotic, when you were suffering, when you were broke. That's the only time that you have truly grown. And spiritually, life is that way. We only grow because of the poverty. We only grow because of the suffering, the chaos, the war. We only seek because of those things. You know? So they add to our inquiry. They add to our willingness to move toward the light and out of darkness. You know? So it is all very necessary. Now that doesn't mean that we don't try our best to bring light into this dimension. We help those who are suffering. We help the weak. We help the needy. We help the homeless. You know? So that we can lift them out of their darkness, out of their world of poverty, out of their world of suffering, so that they can awaken to the divine nature of their being, the divine nature of their soul. And so that they can awaken and go on to the next school of life, the next phase of life. You know? But again, this world is not our home. And if we try to make it home, it will become hell. We will become attached, enraged, and we will inflict suffering upon ourselves by deeming this world to be a paradise, if you will. It is only heaven to those who are unattached to it. This place is only heaven to those who are not attached to it. Where is our home? We have no home. We have no home. We are explorers. We are wanderers. As the universe is boundless, so are we. As we are boundless, so is the universes and the places in which we can dwell. You know? So we truly have no home. Home is wherever we are. Within. You know, because what we are is beyond time, beyond space, beyond location. You know? Heaven is not a place in the sky. Heaven is a state of mind. And a state of mind has no location. It is ever expanding. It is boundless. It is ever present. Ever here, ever near, and everywhere that you are. You know? Because we say that the soul is in our bodies, but truly our bodies are in the soul. This seems like a place. It seems like, okay, I'm in Atlanta, you may be in California, you may be in Australia, and it may seem like we are miles and miles apart, but we are here. We are here, exactly here. You know, it's like in this computer, there are maps in this computer. And so in my computer, you know, there's a map of Atlanta, there's a map of the universe, there's a map of everything is in this computer. The entire universe is basically in this computer. And so many lives. If I can go to your profile and maybe see your profile and on here. And so everything is in this computer, we could say. But this computer, though it seems like they are miles and miles apart, it is all here. It is all here. And life is like that. The universe is like that. The cosmos is like that. It is all here. It is all here. There is no space. There is no space or time inside of this. If someone was inside of it, they may seem like it's, space and time and distance. But to the one outside of that, it is here. And that is what we are in. Somewhat. In this form. Though it seems as though there is space and time, it is all here. It is all here. And it is all happening now. The past is happening now. The future is happening now. It is all in the software. It is all there. It is all here. So truly we have no home. We have no home. But there will be poverty here and suffering here to get us out of this consciousness that we have locked ourselves in. We have a body because we have memory. We have memory of having a body. And so the more we continue to remember the body, meditate on the body through, eating and fulfilling our sensual desires, that is also a form of meditation. Not, I should say, disregarding the body, but the more we dwell upon the body, the more we meditate upon the body, the more we affirm the body, the more we will have a body. So we go through our entire lives thinking of the body, speaking of the body, becoming wrapped up in the body, and we continue to reincarnate because of that memory, because of that memory, because of that memory, because of that memory. And that is why we don't have karma in our dreams, because we don't remember every single dream, and every single dream is different because we don't remember. So we continue to pick up bodies because we remember, and memory creates the next body. So how do we dissolve that? Again, as I spoke to, I forgot her name, but my friend from DC, we dissolve that by remembering that we are spirit, by communing with spirit, by stepping every day across the threshold of physicality and into spirituality, and remembering our divine essence. And the more enlightenment, and awakening and ascension is all remembrance. It's all remembrance. Enlightenment is simply remembering who we are. And so the more we step into this path of self-study, this path of introspection, the more we remember who we are and what we are. And we begin to shed and shed and shed until our attachment is lost. And when our attachment is lost, then we can no longer come back here unless we choose to. It's like, you can go to third grade if you pass third grade. And if you decided to go back to third grade, you can go back to third grade if you wanted to. And that is what life is like. But we can't pass this life until we lose our attachment to it, or not this life, but this realm of existence, I should say. Or seeming existence. But it is all a play. It is all a play at the end of the day. Because I can come up with all of these philosophies and beautiful words to describe what this is, but it is all a play. It is all happening in your mind. It is all me having a conversation with myself, you having a conversation with yourself. That is all it is. It is happening inside the software of your consciousness. And because you are all alone and you are everything, and there was nothing for you to become, you became less than what you are, only to become yourself again. And that is all this play is. That is all this play is. You becoming yourself again. Because you were everything. And you knew you were everything. And you knew you were boundless. And so you became limited. So that you can become yourself again. And so you split yourself up in billions and billions of forms. So that you can become yourself again. You know? And that is all this play is. Every conversation, every book you read, every article you read, everything that you are intrigued by, it is you trying to speak to yourself, trying to get you back to yourself, trying to help you remember. You know? So we can dissolve all of our philosophies just in that one realization that I am that. And I am going back into that which I am. I am not separate from that which has created me. I am that which has created me. And the more we nurture even the ideology of a creator God or of an omnipresent God, the more we just come back to that state of oneness, identifying with spirit and not identifying with that which is the world of matter, the realm of matter. But of course we have memory, and we have seed impressions, and it's kind of difficult to hold to that as we progress through our day-to-day lives. But that is why we practice spirituality. We practice remembrance. You know? Continue to remind yourself what you are, who you are, and what this is. You know? Because if you are in a dream, say that you are in a dream and you're having a nightmare, and you remember to remind yourself, it's just a dream, it's just a dream, it's just a dream. You will begin to lucid dream, or you will just come out of the dream and consciously exit the dream. And that is what meditation is. That is what practicing spirituality is remembrance. Because the more we do this, we step out of the dream. And the dream dissolves. And you may fear it, because when in meditation you may see dazzling lights. You may see the great light, the spiritual light, the spiritual eye. And you may fear it because you fear losing the body, because you have such a great attachment to it, and you fear losing this world, your friends, your family members, and such. And you think, what will happen if I leave this world, if I consciously withdraw from this world? What will happen to the world? The same thing that will happen to the dream. Was the dream ever real? Who created those people in your dream? Who created the idea of a car or a tree or even a person? Say that you see your mom in your dream, your dad in your dream, your father, or your kids in your dream. They are not truly there. They are only a product of your own mind. Your own egoity has given birth to characters in your dream. And when you dissolve that dream, you don't fear losing those people in those dreams, because you know it's not real. You don't fear waking up, because you know it's just a dream. And as I've said, everyone is you. When you dissolve this world, everyone dissolves into you. So it is nothing that we have to fear, because it is but an illusion. It is but an illusion. You know? So when we step out of the dream, the world that we perceive, it dissolves with us. And we realize that there was never no me as Londrelle. There was never no me as Whitney, as Karen, as Myra. There was never no me as that. I was only playing different roles of myself. It's like a Eddie Murphy movie. Like Eddie Murphy plays Big Mama, he plays all of these different roles. You know? That is all that this is. And when you dissolve this world, you come back to your true self. And there's no sadness, there's no sorrow, because you realize it was all a dream. I was playing different roles. I was playing my mother. I was playing my father. I was playing my children. You know? And you treat it just like the dream that you would have. You wake up from the dream and you say, it was all a dream. And that is what this life is, in truth. You know, so how do we get to that point? Remembrance. Continue to remember. Continue to remember. You know, never lose sight of the light in you. Never lose sight of the God in you. You know? And everyone that you see, meet yourself and help walk yourself back home. Help them remember. Help them remember who they are. You know, as you help them, as I am helping you awaken to what you are, I am also helping myself awaken to what I am, so that I can help you further. Because it is not enough for me to, in this space, as this individual, to attain that realization if I do not afford you the opportunity to remember yourself as well, because you are me. You know? So whether the people be evil, crude, vile, if you can do nothing for them, help them remember who they are by being who you are, by radiating and exuding the light that you are. If you can't speak a word to them, if you can't lend $1 to them, if you can't help remove their ignorance through, you know, more practical ways, just be the light that you are. Be a gentle and simple reminder of what they are, you know? And you awaken in this world. As you walk through the world, you will begin to awaken, and you will begin to soften, and you will begin to have more compassion, more love, more forgiveness on everyone. Because but for the grace of God, there goes yourself. There goes your soul. You know? And that is the importance of this inward journey, so that we can illumine ourselves and hopefully illumine others. You know, so one candle lights many candles. And each candle goes on to light that other one. So, yeah. Just remember who you are. I guess that's the closing message, is remember who you are. Kind of sprung from that question that was there. But, yeah, just remember who you are. I got a long charger, so we can reach over here. But that might fall. Hold on. I lost my other charger. I had to get another charger. But the question was about why is there suffering, and why is there poverty in the world, and that kind of like took us into that that explanation of creation and where we are here. But yeah, we are here to know ourselves. We are here to realize ourselves. So take every lesson as a blessing to help, you know, remove your attachment, remove your suffering, to remove your ignorance, you know. So receive it all. every difficulty, every test, every obstacle is mothering your awakening. Woo! Is mothering your awakening. It is all mothering your awakening. It is all nurturing your awakening. So embrace it. Embrace the pain. Though it may be agonizing sometimes. Embrace it. See it, receive it, let it grow you. Let it evolve you. Sit with it, be with it. Grow out of it. It is all for your greatest good. Success in this life worldly success in this life is not enough. It will never bring you permanent happiness. It will never bring you permanent freedom. There is no permanence in this world. Everything here is temporary. Lay your treasures not upon earth. Rest all of your treasures in God. Live in that realization, be in that realization. That this is only one stepping stone into the kingdom of light, into the kingdom of the God, into the kingdom of the divine. And rest in God's promise to never leave or forsake you. Rest in that promise. To know that you are in the body of God. You are in God, as God is within you. And we are but bubbles in the sea. We are but bubbles in the sea of God. We are that. It's like, with the bubble analogy, it's like we are in the ocean. We are the ocean, but we think we are just a little bubble, and we're floating in the ocean, and we think we have our independence. We think we are guided by our own wills and desires. We think we are self-made, but we are really just a bubble in the sea. We are just a bubble in the sea. But we'll begin to burst that bubble and dissolve our egoity. We realize that we were the sea all along. We were the sea all along. So, remember who you are. You are the sea. You are not the little bubble that suffers. You are not the little bubble that is antagonized, that is limited, that is circumscribed to this little space. You are the sea. Merge into the sea. Dissolve in the sea. Dissolve in the ocean of omnipresence. Be present and merge into the omnipresent. You are that. That was a good note to leave on. I think that was the essence of everything. I think that was the essence of everything. And so thank you all for summoning that, upon me. As again, I always see this life as a true test. Every question that you guys ask is nothing that I do not study, that I do not think about all day, every day. So again, me knowing, like, life is funny to me in that way. Because I study, most of my life is studying and reading and, meditating and asking questions, and writing about the same things. And then, you all ask the same questions, and I know it's just me testing myself, me preparing myself to lead more in this space, me preparing myself to grow more in this space. So life is very funny in that way. God is a comedian, a true comedian, a true prankster as well. So I receive that, I honor that, I love that about life, and this experience. Yes, so thank you all for holding this sacred space, for sharing this sacred space, for evolving in this sacred space, for, embracing this sacred space, for joining us on this cosmic trip. I see somebody say the books I read or mentioned. The book was The Yoga of Jesus, No, not Autobiography of a Yogi. That's a good book as well. The Yoga of Jesus, The Second Coming of Christ, and The Science of Religion. The Yoga of Jesus, The Second Coming of Christ, and The Science of Religion. All very great books by Yogananda, Paramahansa Yogananda. You can just Google Yogananda, and I'll pin that right there for Whitney has said. But yeah, I wish you all more peace, more love, more joy, more happiness. More appreciation, more understanding for life and all that it is and all that you are. May you continue to awaken to the realization of what you are. May you continue to expand in the realization that you are. May you embrace yourself in everything. May you embrace yourself in everyone. May you live as a reminder of what we all are. May you exemplify divinity. May you radiate divinity. Stay love, stay light. Thank you for, again, sharing this space, for listening to my books, for listening to my music, my podcast, and just supporting me in my journey into walking into God daily. May you walk into God as well with me. May we walk hand in hand. May we walk hand in hand into that eternal light. So have a boundless and beautiful